And we are on. Welcome to Star Talk, everybody. And I am really excited today 'cause today we're going to be talking about PEMF. And Tricia Costa is going to explain all about it to us. So, can you explain to me how you first started? How did you get into PEMF? And explain what PEMF means first.
Okay, so PEMF, by the way, thanks for having me here. And PEMF is pulsed electric magnetic field. So it uses low frequency pulses to stimulate cellular repair, reducing inflammation, accelerating healing, and alleviating pain. So a lot of people get out of pain when they use PEMF, especially combined with a terahertz. And we only have one device in the world that combines all of these technologies, including the PEMF and the terahertz.
Now, can you explain what the terahertz means?
Yes. So a terahertz is basically grounding. It's geomagnetism. There is a book that just came out, The Fifth Element, talking about how that energy that comes from the earth, how we need that just as much as we need air and water and food to survive. And what terahertz does is that it re-energizes the cells. It's like, charging a cell phone at the end of the day. That's how you recharge your cells. And if you regenerate the cells with PEMF and terahertz and you're getting rid of inflammation, the body heals itself.
So you just mentioned a very key component here. Let's talk about inflammation, because a lot of people don't realize inflammation is the root of a lot of illness. And talk about how possibly not PEMF, and also talk about afterwards, because I forgot to ask you this, because you mentioned that it has the hertz and then has the PEMF. I keep saying it too fast. And I know it also has red light. So first go back and explain what I first said, and then talk about the red light that's incorporated with it. But let's talk about inflammation.
Yeah, so PEMF is proven to create pain management. So it treats chronic pain, muscular aches, it reduces post-surgical discomfort, all of that because it's decreasing inflammation in the body. It's improving blood circulation, and that makes all the difference as well. And it reduces inflammation by modulating the inflammatory response, decreasing swelling, and improving the tissue recovery. And I know you asked me how I found out about this technology that we're discussing here. It was actually through my mother. I'm always looking for solutions for my mom. I'm always into the health and wellness world. And my mom has severe osteoarthritis. The fingers are crooked. The knees had been swollen for about 10 years. And after 10 sessions, the knee swelling was gone. The pain on the hands, the lower back pain, that was chronic lower back pain. So that's how I found out about it.
Okay, that's wonderful. And it's really great that you were able to help your mother. I love that story. Because, when we can help people that we love, there's nothing better than that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So in my experience with red light, I've had wonderful experiences with red light. Haven't had a chance to do PEMF yet, but I will very soon. But I do know that red light also enhances pain reduction, inflammation, and what have you. And I know that one of your machines has that incorporated into it. So can you talk a little bit about red light therapy incorporated into the machine?
Yes. So we have the only devices in the world that incorporate PEMF, terahertz, EMS, which is the electric muscle stimulation, RF, which is radio frequency, red light therapy, TENS. So it's a lot of different technologies all combined in one device. And the benefits are just unheard of. We also have the only devices in the world that have over 1,000 patents. So altogether, we have over 1,000 patents. We have one flagship product that is truly creating miracles in people's lives that I know, like my mother and my husband and my father and close friends. And that device alone is called P90 Plus. It has 200 patents just on that device alone. And that one incorporates all of these technologies. Something else we have on these devices is testing, which most people don't offer testing, but we have a third-party lab called Intratech. It's one of the top 3 largest labs in the world, and they test all the devices for effectiveness, safety, and quality. And the red light therapy is also amazing for anti-aging. So I had been using red light for anti-aging for a while. I just had a red light therapy wand that I bought at a spa one time and had great results with it. But all of these technologies have amazing benefits, but when you combine them, it's 10x the experience that you have, especially with penetration into the body. So because you're combining all of the technologies, now it's really penetrating into the body, and that's how you get all the benefits.
Now, how long is a typical session?
So it's 20 minutes, and the devices are set up for a 20-minute session. So when you turn it on, it's already set to 20 minutes. Once the 20 minutes run, then it's done. We have one device, which was the very first device that we brought to the market. That is a 30-minute session. But outside of that, all the sessions are going to be just 20 minutes, and you don't have to change your lifestyle. You can do a session on a P90 Plus or a P90. The P90 is the one that's 30 minutes. You just sit down, you can be watching TV, you just put your feet on it, and you can feel the energy going through your entire body. It's a pretty incredible experience.
So to actually apply that, you basically put your feet on the base, right? And that is how the energy comes up through your legs and through your entire body and out through your crown. Whee!
Correct. Yes, yes. And I actually bought a little conductivity pen. It's like an LED light pen, because I was skeptical initially. I had to see it working. And when you touch that, I like to put it on my husband's head, on the top of his head, and it turns on the light bulb because he has all that grounding, all that energy going through his body. It's pretty cool to see it.
I can imagine. Now, you were talking to me when we talked earlier about some testimonies that you had. I know you've helped immediate family, whatnot, but of course, people also want to hear about outside family sources.
Yeah, I actually have my favorite testimonial. And if anybody wants to see that, we can send you the clip, because when I get these incredible testimonials, I always ask hey, can I get my camera out? Because if I tell somebody, they're going to think I'm making this up, because it's so miraculous that they are going to think I'm making this up. So we can send, the video testimonials to people. But I met this guy, Danny, and he was wearing braces. He was all wobbly walking. And I asked him what was wrong. And he said, I have neuropathy. Nobody knows what's wrong with me. I'm from Idaho. I'm here in Arizona to go to the Mayo Clinic. Nobody could help him. I said, I have something that could help you. And he said, no, you don't understand. I already tried everything. After one 20-minute session, he could move his toes for the first time. He was in disbelief. Look, I can lift my toes. Can I do it again tomorrow? I said, absolutely. And he came back for 2 sessions. You got to have 4 hours in between sessions. So that's important. So he came at 2 p.m. and at 4 p.m. And the next day, third day, he comes back and he was in tears. And he said, last night I celebrated that I was feeling pain because I had not felt anything in so many years. And he said, I could tell if I was stepping on tile or carpet. I felt pain. I felt heat and cold. And he did the 4th session, 3rd day, and he walked out of my house without the braces. So that's my favorite. I have several. I could be here with you for days telling testimony.
So what I'll do is I'm going to insert a clip of his testimony in our video. So that way we don't have to go sending it out to everybody. It's put it right in the video, which will make it a lot easier. So you can pick a couple that you like and I'll pop them in there.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I also want to talk a little bit about the opportunity, because there is an opportunity for people. It is such an amazing tool. I've used a lot of tools that I've also gone on to do opportunities with and help other people. What are some of the opportunities that are there for people if they choose to want to turn this into a business, for example?
Absolutely. This is the most impactful opportunity I have ever seen in my life. And it's mainly because the devices work like nothing else we have ever seen. My husband, being a physician who doesn't really believe in natural treatments, he's all about the medications. And when he saw this, he looked me in the eye and he said, honey, this is the biohack of the century. This is the future of health and wellness. It's frequency healing, because the body is frequency. And that gives you the most incredible opportunity you have ever seen. And so because we have a device that works, we have something that no one has ever seen before, these technologies all combined in one device. the opportunity is huge, because when people see results, it grows like organically, like a web of people having results. And then more people, you know, it gets you out of pain. You tell a friend, it gets the friend out of pain. Everybody has some sort of discomfort and pain nowadays. And so that creates a huge opportunity for us. And I have been in the direct sales industry since the late 90s. This is the most impactful business I have ever seen. And they pay extremely well. It's the best compensation plan I have also ever seen since the late 90s. And I have been studying compensation plans for a very long time. So if anybody wants to take a look on the opportunity side, I don't know how you want them to, you know, connect with you on that.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to connect on the opportunity, I will put you in touch with Tricia. So you're just going to send me an email. My email will be in the description. You send me an email saying, hey, I'm interested in this. And then I can either hook you up with Tricia, or at that point, I can also do it as well. But right now, I'd rather have it go through Tricia, because she's a lot more informed than I am at the moment. Until I truly experience it, I don't feel confident enough to say to someone, here, do this, because you have to do it, right? So I will be doing that, though. So I'm really excited about it, as the reason why I'm having you on. And I really look forward to sharing my testimony about it. And I'll put that into this as well. So I wanted to get all this out there so that we have it, and people can be informed on things that are out there, and we'll see what we can do to help them. What else can you say that you know, that's some tidbits or ahas for people to get them excited and jazzed about doing this?
I'm going to tell you guys that this technology has been researched since the late 60s, early 70s. Our company has been in business for over 3 years. We did $1 billion, over $1 billion in sales last year alone. You don't sell $1 billion of anything if you're not having miracle results. So we have proof that it works just right there. And we have already created 600 millionaires. When you look at old companies like Herbalife, they have 45 years in business. They have 13 millionaires. But that's because, once again, the technology works. And I'm very confident and very passionate about the fact that every household deserves to have one of our devices, because one device the whole family gets to use, the whole family gets to take advantage of. And it is scientifically proven. This technology is scientifically proven to detox the body, re-energizes the cells, meaning if you are renewing the cells and the cells are healthy, you're not going to have any kind of disease. It decreases inflammation, increases blood circulation, increases bone density. It helps you to recover from exercise. It helps building muscle. Women, right? Osteopenia, osteoporosis, all of that is because of bone density. So it's proven to increase bone density. As a matter of fact, the FDA just approved the technology for non-union fractures. So there's so many uses. And now there's also studies showing that it's proven to help with mental health issues. So to improve cognitive health, anxiety, depression, it's going to help with all of that. So the list of benefits, it just goes on and on and on. And because of that, we have an opportunity that I'm also very passionate about. And I can say anyone who does not take a look at this will regret in a year or 2 or 3 when they realize that this technology is now streamlined. Everybody knows about it. They're going to regret it that they heard right here with Carly today and they did not make a move. So if you're watching this, make sure you send an email to Carly right now, because you have nothing to lose, right? You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything. But I think everybody deserves a chance to learn all the details and make a very well-educated and informed decision. And I promise you, if you take a look at this, you're going to thank us later.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy that I had you. And I'm so happy you got to explain what PEMF is. And I'll be inserting all sorts of clips. And that will give people a lot more information. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Carly. Thanks for having me.
Okay.